I recently visited Knoxville, Tennessee, and was able to get some footage of Elwin and I working. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of minutes of Elwin and I walking down Main Street in Knoxville. So we're going to round this corner onto Main Street, and Elwin is going to pass this sign here and then stop at the truncated dome and then essentially go from curb to curb, only stopping for obstacles. So you see he stops here. I tell him to go right and we go forward. There is outdoor seating on the right and people on the left. He's going to take me through this narrow gap without ever stopping. And then he's going to take me straight. We're going to go through this other narrow gap with a sign and a person shopping on the right. And then he's going to stop at this grate. Now, there are a lot of these grates on this route. So he is going to either stop and take me around them, or he's just going to take me around them without alerting me to them, like right here. And he's going to take me around this sign. And Elwin is going to continue straight, and he's going to keep this dude here on the left and stop at this manhole cover to let me know that it's there. And he'll get his first treat of this route after about 8 obstacles, because this is the only time that I had an opportunity to actually give him one. Now he's going to stop for this metal bar, which I think might be a grate, or it's possible that he's stopping for this fire hydrant on the left. He's definitely not stopping for that jogger because he would not have seen her coming. You see me correcting Elwin here because he's getting distracted by something on the left. He stops for a grate, and he's still distracted by something over on the left, but he's still taking me around obstacles like these poles. And as long as he keeps going, it's okay that he's distracted, but I am going to tug on the leash a little bit to let him know that he needs to continue to be focused. He'll stop for yet another grate, except he doesn't have a way to get around this one, so he will have to go over it, and he doesn't really like this. It's probably not very comfortable on his paws, but he'll do it anyway because we need to move forward. And he's going to get really distracted by this dog here. Not super distracted because he keeps going, but you will see me tugging on the leash because he is distracted, and I could feel him through the harness being distracted, but he does keep going. And this family doesn't really know what to do. He doesn't really know what to do because people are not really predictable, so they just kind of waited. They both tried to wait each other out to see what was going on, and they decided to go around, and then Elwin just waited for them to pass. And so now we get to this crossing. This is a pretty standard crossing, so he's just going to stop and let me know that it's about to start. He's going to take me across the road, and then he's going to stop at these truncated domes and let me know that we've made it and give him a treat because he's a good boy, and we keep going. There's yet another grate that we need to stop for. He can't get around it, so we got to go over it. And then we're going to go through this really crowded section where there's a trash can here and a bunch of plants on the right, another pole, another grate that he just takes me around instead of stopping for. And we're just keep going through this. There's bars, there's a pole, there's another sign. There's so much going on here. And he does a good job of weaving in and out of here. We've got another grate here. He's going to stop for this one, and we're going to keep going. We got another pole here on the left, and there are people coming and a grate, so he's actually just going to take me around the grate to the left side, and we also get to avoid the people that way, so that was pretty impressive. And then we're going to keep going. There is another couple of poles here. Not really much going on this section, except there is a grate. He didn't really stop for that one, and he goes around this big one. He was probably more worried about the big one than the small one, and the small ones don't really look like grates, or what he was trained to stop for. Here he gets kind of distracted and sniffs that. That happens sometimes if there's a really good smell. But usually just shaking the harness or chugging on leash will get him out of that. And I've corrected him here a little bit because he's getting a little bit sniffy. This happens sometimes. But you see that really he just keeps going, and that's really all he needs to do is keep going even if he's distracted. And he's still really focused on these obstacles, people, grates, poles, and as long as he's not so distracted that he stops and doesn't really get out of that distraction, then I'm fine. You know, guide dogs aren't robots. They get distracted, so it's okay. See, he just got distracted there with the smell. He takes me around to this grate because he doesn't want to walk on top of it, and I don't really blame him, so we take the extra second to go around. For this stretch, there's not really much going on except for things on the left. He's always going to follow the left side of a path because it's the easiest way to keep himself between me and obstacles. There's a decline right here. He's always going to stop for a decline or an incline, and this is not really much of a decline or incline, but he's always going to stop because those are trip hazards. Yet another grate that he stops to let me know that it's there, and then we keep going. And then there's people here he's going to slow down for, but there is a dog coming up right here. So he kind of speeds up a little bit because he's excited. He sees the dog. He's still going straight, still going forward. I kind of correct him there a little bit just to tell him, slow down, steady, keep going. And he's going to go a little bit more towards the dog than I would like, so I kind of pull him out of it. And that's really all it takes to get him back to work. So he doesn't really stop to try and play. He just gets really excited seeing another dog and keeps going. And that's about it. There's only a couple more obstacles, so I want to take this moment to let everybody know that I've launched a Patreon, and you can find that link in my bio and go check that out if you'd like to see some exclusive of videos and chat with me or other people who like my videos. And your support would allow me to travel to more interesting places like here in Knoxville, and I can invest in better audio equipment and software that is more accessible because it is just me doing these videos, filming and editing. So the more accessible software that I can get, the better my videos can be and the longer. And I'd like to make some much longer videos. So thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoyed the video.